What's up, everybody? Deluxe menu here, ready to debut my build for Rafa that nobody's really talking about. This is Rapid Fire Rafa. Is about high fire rate, never reloading, and applying status effect that you can pause your skill duration. That's right, that's how you stay in it for a long time without ever having to get out of it. Downside, you have to remember to slide every now and again to truly maximize your damage. But other than that, let's get into it. Now, everybody is obsessed right now with the red tree. Everybody's going deep down in either side, which is, I mean, it's a good tree, but I wanted to explore what the blue tree is all about, okay? So yeah, I decided to get something that is going to be good regardless of if you have splash or not. That's the best thing about red tree is you get splash damage and a ton of gun damage. And there's even this skill here that's great for lightning damage as like a little bonus effect. But if you don't have splash, it feels a bit like wasted almost sometimes. Even though it's not totally wasted, but it just feels like it. So anyway, let's get into it here. So this is for, all weapons, especially just if you really like to just hold the trigger, high fire rate, high octane in your blood. This build does not use any bugs, really, and in fact, some effects don't work, and some things will change as they do fix bugs. So, like for instance, the blue action skill, it does not benefit from now with caffeine here, right? I've talked about it in a previous video. When it does get fixed, honestly, I'm going to be using the blue action skill. Um, and like abusing the infinite ammo from this and abusing this effect as well. Maybe even testing with the other legendary column. Anyway, let's get into some mandatory things for this build. Mandatory, first of all, now with caffeine, super mandatory. You do need that to play this build, like just about all Rafa builds. You should be hearing that now until the end of time for this game. Always max out sharpshooter and runner, then go down to get daredevil and get out with caffeine, and then you can play around. But those are like super mandatory. The triple bypass, pretty mandatory, but what you could also use is a order one. The order always comes with two charges no matter what, and you can get a good like order low cooldown and then like action skill cooldown, and that's basically the same thing. So it would be like 11 seconds while also giving you 100% action skill cooldown rate. So that'll work. I also have this really good war paint that I got. Anyway, so that's one of the other mandatory things. You don't need crit knife. I know everybody's hit or miss with crit knife. You don't need it. It's okay. What is really used for is actually the damage increase when it is used. But we actually are going to have high crit regardless. You'll see. The good thing about the triple bypass is, yeah, it can be farmed by the Black Hive in the Dissected Plateau. I'm just going to show you where that is real quick, just in case you need to get a look at it. Where Dissected Black Plateau, Mimicron, Black, the Back Hive. My bad, not Black Hive. Back Hive. You go through the claim, get a Back Hive. That's how you get triple bypass. Really great. Your class mod is going to be the Dancer. The reason why is because it is honestly still good, even if we're not going deep into blue tree. It's going to, I mean, red tree, it's going to increase our overdrive bonuses by 100% base, which means when we get the double overdrive bonus, it's going to, kick it in to, yeah, basically be like 4 times. And actually, when you have this Jack, because you're using Dancer, it actually kind of makes it like double, right? So, for instance, this skill, Brain Dump, is 15% with the Dancer, and when we activate, it's going to be 30%. When this goes in, it's going to be 15% of that, which is you're going to be at 45 now, which if it wasn't double, it would only be 7.5. But yeah, and then when we get a kill, it only doubles the initial amount, so the 30. So you're going to be at 75% crit chance. So yeah. So in the other parts of the skill tree, I have a class mod that's 5/5 in the thrill. I also have a 5 out of 5 into this, but the 5 and the 5 one I have in the thrill also has fire rate, while the other one is like ordnance crit. So this, I'm just going with this one. So you get base 30% fire rate when you activate your action skill. It's actually going to be 40% here. And then when you get a kill, it's 60. And then because of this, it's actually going to be, since it's 40, it's going to be another 20. So it's 130 actually, I believe. Just to show here, 40, get a kill, 80, half of that. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and do this here real quick, just to make sure my math is correct. Okay, 100. My bad. It's going to be 100 plus the already 30. That part does not get increased, by the way. Anyway, to go in the rest of our skill tree, I went ahead and just grabbed the ammo regen just because it's pretty nice. And yes, 12.5. We don't need reload speed because we're kind of never reloading. Another thing here, we grab this metal management. Even though we are abusing the infinite ammo in this tree, um, I believe, and it's a little hard to track, but I believe when this is activated, it doesn't use the duration of this, so it kind of gets a little bit extra. But I could very much be wrong. But another reason why we grab this is this affects underbarrel attachments. So this one doesn't affect underbarrel attachments for some reason, but this one does. So anytime there's like a strong underbarrel attachment, you can actually just spam it, which is what I use sometimes for bossing. It is not a bug. Again, I think this is what it's actually supposed to be like. I grab 1 point into Al Centro for the, handling. Whenever they fix the handling, it'll be really good, and I might even put 2 points and take one away from here. But for now, it's just the 1 point and then the 3 into here for first impression. This is just to help control things because we have so much fire rate. It does make it hard to control things at times. But as you know, gun handling is bugged and it makes your bullets a little bit slower. So it is what it is. It's only sometimes that it affects the bullet, sometimes it doesn't. Honestly, going in and out of aiming down the sight usually kind of fixes it. Here we have Brain Dance. As you can see, I got a kill and it's at the 75%. Here we have El Catrin. I'm butchering that, but when we slide, it's going to make our action skill do a little bit of shock, and it's going to make us do crit damage. Lazy Data put out a video out explaining how crit damage on a skill card works, and it's basically double, kind of. So it's kind of like we have 70 percent crit hit damage, so it's really good, and it's multiplied after everything. Then we have Fiesta to get the extra duration pause on our action skill. I probably will end up taking 1 point away from here, but as you can see, 1 point in deadline is 15% fire rate and 25% reload. So, it's hard to tell. It's really good, just 1 point. So basically, double it every time. Then we get 5 and a 5 El Sandaro. This is only 150% gun damage, which is way less than if you went into here and it got 5 out of 5 or something like that, or just 5, just straight up 5. It's a bit less, but here's the thing. Whenever they do fix this, I am definitely going to be using this, and then this is actually 300% gun damage with no bonus points. It's going to be very freaking good, okay? Very good. And then, of course, you had Jack, and then this. Now, in the red tree, all we did was I wanted just a little baby bit of some way of a like defense because this is kind of a glass cannon build. You can't ignore this and go super glass cannon and go more into deft hands or go more into the gun damage effect. But I definitely just went into this. You can also get rid of this 1 point here, and put it in resilience, or you can take even another point out of that. I do recommend a minimum of 2 points into this, three to be super safe. If you're feeling extra risky, maybe take a point out of this, and put it there. Who knows? So that's all we have for the skill trees. Again, this gives us our infinite ammo, so you're not going to be reloading, but you are going to be having to push the action skill button here. So do keep that in mind. So it can be, you can say it's like your reload, but it's like literally a 1 second uh, thing to push it. You could also go into this and just rely on this for your infinite ammo if you're feeling a little like you don't want to deal with Fiesta. That's one of your options as well. Either one is pretty fine. I do think Fiesta is really great. And again, I'm definitely going to be going into this whenever it gets fixed. As for my specializations, these are the effects I have. I have Bullet Train in the zone where I aim, now with caffeine, and then I have Best Defense. I kind of want to get enough stuff to reset this and honestly just go into this and max it out instead of Best Defense, just use Riddle you this. We don't need this because of the guns we're using, so let's go over to the guns. I just got this one. It's really good. Aegon's Dream. It shoots fire and ice. And I got Roll Jacobs, and it always comes with extra barrel, so your fire rate's crazy high. It got a 97 mag, pretty good damage. And because it's Jacobs, it's going to spread to nearby enemies. This is Lucian's Flank. It's going to spread nearby enemies as well. We don't care too much about the extra ammo in the magazine, but it is what it is. I also got a fire and a corrosive one, so that was pretty cool. For super bossing, you could do Chaosin. I know I don't have a level 50 no element one, but I also do have a fire straight up element one. Does not matter. And then I have a Jacob's Katagawa's Revenge. You do want a Jacob's one for sure. And the cool thing about that is it'll spread the bullets around too. So if it's a shock bullet, it's going to spread around. I will show you that later. For general purposes, I use this flat off mod, legendary. It didn't get good secondary bonuses. Besides the accuracy, actually pretty decent, but it did get like the two best things, which is fire rate, mag size, and the 30% chance for extra projectile. Since we have so much fire rate, it's gonna come in handy pretty often when you are using these types of guns. But if you're just using Jacobs or some anything else, you can literally use any gun. Because I have also the Rainbow Vomit. I think the Rainbow Vomit is really good here, and the Rainbow Vomit procs the Fiesta effect where you pause your school cooldown like a lot. Okay, just want to put that out there. For our bonuses, which I still need to get, honestly, I'll just go 2 into Bullet Spare, 3 into Deadeye. If you have a really good mod, though, like if you got something like this and it had mag size, I would probably maybe just mess around with 3 into Bullets to Spare. Um, 3 into Bullet Spare is misleading. It is not gunfire rate based on your actual mag size. It's gunfire rate based on the bonuses to gun mag size. So it's a little wonky wording in my opinion, but it is what it is. You could also go for the one where you do more damage to badass enemies and stuff like that and take less damage from them. That's also fine too. But honestly, 3 into 3 in Deadeye is always good for everything because you're going to be critting so much. As for the mods, again, Flat Off license is good. Jacob's license is good. If you get a good Ripper gun, like my goal is to find a Ripper Jacob's pistol, you can abuse this 30% chance to get 100% fire rate. Just get that 100% fire rate happening. You'll be able to know when it happens, and then boom, go into infinite ammo mode for sure. That's all we got now. So I guess for mobbing here, I might go ahead and switch it up to Jacobs, but you know what? Let's keep it Vladoff. Let's just keep it cool and Vladoff, yeah. So yeah, gonna go ahead and show y'all a little bit of the build, get down to a boss. Yeah, as you can see. Oh yeah, and I am on Vault Toucher 5. A lot of YouTubers and video people are showing off Vault Toucher 1, and of course everything melts on 1, but this will actually melt on 5. And this is why you want your triple bypass or your order with action skill. I'll say with this route over the red route, I think matching the elements matters a lot more because you're not at least getting that bonus shock with everything you do. But it still can do a lot of work. He's getting healed. Oh yeah, those two died just cause. And I'm not even sliding actively. All this is just without the crit damage. Look at them melt together. Keep in mind, this is a mobbing weapon, and I'm using it on boss. Keep in mind, if you're doing like a really super boss and you want to kill, you can obviously use the Chaos In and all those other really good, all those other really obvious, really good boss weapons. But this is just fun, so you don't even have to really switch. And it just lets you enjoy the game a little bit more. He really wants to go up there. But hey, I got a legendary. Again, I was not actively sliding. It is a little bit hard to remember, but if you get used to sliding to get that bonus, it's really good. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Yeah, rapid fire Rafa. There you go. Bye.